guys, and welcome to video 1 or whatever. It is Sunday, currently. I'm not sure when this video is going to get out to you guys on, but essentially, this is going to kick off the E3 chat videos, where we're just going to talk about all the games that were announced and just talk about everything gaming. And I have a tiny bit of criticism / rant on the thing. Anyways. So the two conferences that were today will be linked in the description, both videos on YouTube and also the past broadcasts on Twitch, which are a bit more quality, but they're kind of more hardware intensive on the internet side of things. So boom. Anyways, so it was EA's and Bethesda's press conference this time around. So if you guys, again, want to go check that out before watching this, because if you missed it, it's right there for you. Go get it. But the first game that we're going to be talking about that I'm pretty excited for, that I have to go look. You guys see my eyes trail out because I forgot. Yeah, my memory's terrible, and I wanted to make sure we covered damn near everything. Titanfall 2. So I'm not sure if you guys know this, but I actually did Titanfall content on my channel a while back, and I love the game. Even then, when it didn't really have a lot of content there, I just love the premise and the feeling of going fast. Like that was one of those games that came out that made me feel like feel acceleration in a new level, and it was awesome. Like I just felt like I was like, oh god, we're going so fast, and you're having to think so quickly, which I love. Because it kind of like, again, it gives you a weird, I'm stuttering, it gives you a weird sense of adrenaline in a weird way, which I love. You get a grapple hook now, the graphics look improved, the robots are like samurai warriors and shit, like everything seems more in depth, which is something that everybody was asking for Titanfall. Is that and the biggest problem with Titanfall 1 is that there wasn't enough guns, there wasn't enough progression, there wasn't enough of really anything. It was kind of just, it kind of felt like Overwatch, except not as fun to play over and over and over again. And Overwatch has a pretty good progressive system, or progression system. Anyways, whereas Titanfall kind of didn't. But in Titanfall 2, it seems like they're taking the stops on everything that was a problem in the first game and just pumping that in. There's a single player now. Looks like there's a tons of ways to customize your bot, to giving him a sword, to giving him a ground pound that echoes across and drops other Titans like a stun. There's tons of stuff. It looks like there's different types of guns. I've seen like 4 different guns in the actual gameplay trailer. It looks like there's a bunch of new abilities, which is awesome. Like you can just freeze frame in the air, but you can also use your grapple hook. And momentum is playing a massive key in this, considering you do have a grapple hook, which is all based on your momentum forward and thrusting you into the air. And just the crazy, the thing that I love about Titanfall, and it happened quite a bit in the first installment, Titanfall #1. The first game, you see some like crazy kill opportunities, almost on like over succeeding a Battlefield type of level, because Battlefields, holy shit, like you see some people freaking jump out of a jet, missile shoot another jet, and land back in their jet, like just that massive skill ceiling for that. I feel like Titanfall is gonna have the same thing, if not more, because you're just gonna be able to like fling off something, shoot some people down, just rain death from above on a Titan, Tarzaning around buildings right into your Titan. I think it's just gonna be amazing to see the kind of plays that are gonna be able to be played in that game. And one of the things I really hope that you can do, and you could kind of, I'm not sure if it's going to be a thing, but I hope there is some sort of summon ability. Like, I would love that a lot. If they kind of have class-specific things, like there's an assault, there is a healer, there is in Titanfall 1, there was this mechanic where you had this hack blade, which if you got behind a robot, you stuck it in the back of his head, and you would hack him, and he'd be like your own AI that would follow you around and fuck shit up. I really hope there's an ability like that, so where you can like summon robots that are just kind of like your friends. They're really just health bars that can kind of get in front of you. I would love that. That would be amazing to me. So yeah, that's Titanfall 2. Go look at, it's like a first thing I think they show. Maybe not, I don't know, but it looks great. We're not gonna be talking about the sports stuff, because never been my thing. So yeah. Oh, Battlefield 2. I want to find the gameplay of that. Apparently there was like this big gameplay like tournament thing that I want to see, because the graphics in Battlefield 1, I may have said 3. The graphics in Battlefield 1 look exceptional, like crazy. They're no longer going for like a gritty look. Well they are, but they're going for like a really high definition, realistic, but also muggy, like muddy, not muggy. I guess muggy works too, but muddy look. So everything looks wet, damp, and like shiny and like sleek. But also the grass looks wet. Like, I don't know, well, they showed like a rainy map, so I guess that's the reason why I'm saying that, but it looks amazing. And I think I actually may dedicate a lot of time into that Battlefield, because I tried out Hardline. It was my first Battlefield game I ever tried out, and it was good. I liked it for what it's worth, but it kind of fell off, and I kind of just felt like I didn't have anything else to do. So yeah, but that oftentimes happens with multiplayer games, for me at least. I just kind of get to that point where I'm like, all right, I'm not really moving. I'm not really advancing that much. I'm not progressing enough. Yeah, I'm good. But anyways, another thing that was introduced in the Bethesda one, is that all for EA? For me at least. There was Battlefront stuff, so they're making the number 2. Kind of feels a bit weird because they're not really, as far as I know, I don't think they're supporting Battlefield 1 anymore. Or sorry, Star Wars Battlefront. I don't think they're supporting the first one anymore, so I think you're just, I don't know, it kind of seems like they're like, okay, we kind of messed up on number 1. We're going to give you number 2, and it's going to be everything you asked for. And it's just like, but I already spent $60 on the Battlefield that I thought I was getting, or Battlefront that I thought I was getting. So I kind of got that in my heart a little bit there, in my head. Quake was also released. That's one of the big ones for some of you old-time gamers. Me, I have never played the game. I've heard massively amazing things, though, from it. And yeah, it looks good. We didn't see any gameplay. We'll probably see that at Quake, what is it called? QuakeCon? I'm not sure. I think that's it. Yeah, QuakeCon. So we'll probably will see that then. It looks cool. Happy about it. Honestly, I'm not that. I haven't really, you guys haven't noticed, I don't really cling to the new or the older revived type of games. Like for instance, Wolfenstein, didn't really like it. Haven't gave Doom a chance. I hear it's amazing and I want to give that a chance. And then there's Quake, which is they're all kind of games that have been brought back to life, but to me, they're not the games that I like that much. I don't know why. Well, then I shouldn't say that because I only have tried one of them, which is Wolfenstein, and that was mostly because the character was just annoying to me. But anyways, Doom, they released some Doom stuff. Bethesda supporting the game at launch, fantastic. Bethesda. Also, new Fallout 4 DLC. It looks fantastic. I still have to get through Far Harbor. But anyways, apparently I think it's a special update for the game is coming out. It's the settlement update, though, so you're going to get, like, new tools to build settlements with, and apparently it's, like, a big-ass thing that, like, lifts you up in the air. It's basically just a pack of new things to mess around with, which the modding community has had for quite some time already, but still, it's kind of nice that they're doing that, I guess, still supporting the game at launch and giving it the pristine Fallout look, because some of the mods on Nexus are not like, it's some wood and strings, and they just lift you up, and it works, but it's not quite like Fallout-y, I guess. I don't know. So all that looks amazing. Also, Fallout 4 is going to be in VR. I don't think it's for the Oculus. It might be. Well, as far as I know, I think it's for the HTC Vive, which is Valve's one, which has remotes. So you're actually going to be able to look around, shoot, I guess, or something like that. Maybe it's just a point and shoot. I don't know, but it's going to be something along the lines of that. So that's cool. We didn't see gameplay of it, but man, I'm not sure if it's also dropping right now or if it's just the demo at E3. I'd imagine it's a demo. But anyways, okay, we talked about Quake briefly, and I'm probably pissing people off. Prey. There's also Prey. Now, I'm kind of sad because if you guys have no idea about Prey, Prey had a really cool idea. It was announced at an old E3 conference, but it got killed. It got cut, which is really a shame. What the first basis of Prey, at least that E3 footage that I seen, was you were basically a bounty hunter, and you were like a space bounty hunter that got like these different races and like collected the bounties, and it was like an open world game where you just ran around bounty hunting, and you were all decked out in space gear, and it looked sick, and it looked really fun. But for some reason they canceled it. I don't know why. It might have been some like technical legal issues. I don't know. But it's no more. So I guess this is the reboot of that, of Prey, and it's like a weird thriller game, kind of similar. It feels like it's a bit of Until Dawn with aliens, colonial marines, but also with some shooting mechanics in there. Then again, I haven't played the original Prey. I think there's like a Prey that came up first. I have not played that, so don't know. Maybe that like hints at what the game is truly gonna be. You know, going back to its roots and trying to do that. But I don't know. I really like the open world aspect of things. And the idea that there's never been a game where, well, at least I don't think there has been a game where you play a bounty hunter that's hunting down aliens in space on like these weird planets that are highly advanced in tech-wise, and you looking like a badass jumping off like floating cars and shit, hover cars, and just beasting. I feel like that's amazing to me, but maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe that's not what people want. But I thought it looked cool. Now we're going to talk about two things. It's bringing us to the end of the video, but we're going to be talking about Dishonored 2. Oh my god, it looks fantastic. I'm a pretty big fan of Dishonored. I think I told you guys that many times. I'm not sure if I did a Let's Play on Dishonored. Probably should. It's great game. But it shines some light on where the story has gone after the events of Dishonored 1. Essentially, Corvo and Emily knows Corvo's her dad, which wasn't explicitly said, I don't think. Maybe she just put that together somehow. Anyways, Emily is taking care of the throne, that kind of thing. Corvo is protecting her because he is the queen's guard or something like that, or the queen protector, I think they call him. Anyways, some bad shit happens. You get dethroned, and your entire quest is to retake what is yours, which is your throne. And it's by this wicked bitch that what is his name? Oh God, the Outsider. I didn't forget it. Oh God, I forgot about it so hard. Anyway, the Outsider, I think he gives her power, or maybe she takes it from him. If you don't know the premise of the Outsider, I think what he does is he likes to give random people power, like his demonic-esque power, and then see what they do with it. Because more often than not, people will take his power that he has granted them and do horrible, terrible things. And he likes to observe that. He likes to kind of fortify that belief. And if you played the good ending to Dishonored 1, what ended up happening is he's very surprised and he's intrigued, like he's happy he chose Corvo because Corvo went against the grain, because again, most cases whenever he gives people power, they fuck with it a little bit too much. Like there was this story where this boy, I think he summoned rats and he ended up like commanding them to kill somebody, and they killed him, but they also ate the boy, so it was kind of like that mentality of the snake eats itself kind of thing. Anyways, so you could prove him wrong and kind of be like, hey, no, dude, I was good. I was a good guy. I did right by your powers. And I guess he takes an interest in Emily, and he gives her powers because, you know, she's been through a lot of traumatic shit. I think Corvo's been training her on the side just so she doesn't, you know, fucking die. And yeah. Also, if you were ever taken as a child and, like, just thrown around a bunch, I feel like you'd be like, can somebody train me so that I can I at least slow down the process of me dying? Like, that'd be real great. So I think that's her mindset behind that. But anyways, really happy with all of it. The new special powers look amazing. You can essentially chain people's fate together. So you'll chain a bunch of enemies together using this kind of like aura around their head. It doesn't physically like link them, I don't think. But anyways, if you kill one, it will kill all of them. If you knock out one of them, it will knock out all of them. If you zap them to death or zap them unconscious, it will zap them all unconscious. Unconscious, I can't say the word. Anyways, you get the point. It's amazing. Also, her teleport is not as different as you'd think from Corvo's. Corvo's is just a simple like, boom, you're there. Emily's is literally you just getting pulled to a location really fast, so it's just kind of weird. But her grapple arm thing can be used to pull an enemy towards you and then silently kill him, which is amazing. It looks badass, and I really hope that the mechanics and the animations are a little more free-flowing. But then again, that might have been just a byproduct of the FOV, the field of view. So the camera was really close. So when you killed someone, they just kind of were up here, and you stab them in the animation, and it kind of just teleported them downwards, right in your face. So I think if you pulled back the FOV, you pulled someone towards you, the animation would be a little bit less crazy because you would see where his arms are coming from, and it would be a little bit less disorienting. But I gotta be honest, the only thing I gotta criticize a little bit is it didn't seem like they took that much care in the demo that they made. Like, you could tell at one point, Emily starts kicking some ass. I don't want to spoil it for you, but she starts ruining face. She picks up a body, or no, she kills somebody, and she picks up the body, and she goes to throw it, and it looks like she's the guy who's game testing or game playing. He looks like he's trying to throw the person off a wall, because he's by a railing, throw her off the hill, but he ends up just flubbing, and she just kind of flops down, and he just pulls out his guns like, bip. And it's just kind of like, well, I can tell what you're going for there. And usually you don't see that in press gameplays because they take massive care in that. So it's just kind of weird seeing that kind of thing. And again, the only thing I'm kind of not loving is the fact that a lot of the animations look janky. But again, that could just be because the FOV is pretty close, and I'm getting it on PC, which usually you're able to tone that down a little bit or pull that a little bit closer to your face so you can see more things. But I'm not sure about this, but is Dishonored 2, an open world game? I'm not sure about that. I think I'm hoping it is. If it is, then that's my Dishonored game. Like, that's sold. That's my like be all end all Dishonored game. But also, one of the things I'm really hoping is, I hope you don't get penalized for killing. Like, I understand if you, or even if that, I really hope there's a way to be badass, but don't kill people. Like, if there was something called like a shadow blade that simply knocked people out when you stab them through the fucking heart, that'd be really great. I'd really appreciate that. Or if there's just some badass moves that you could like death from above somebody, except instead of you stabbing them through the head, you grab their head and bash it into the ground, knocking them unconscious, but probably killing them. Or rats are gonna eat them real quick, because if you've ever played Dishonored, you know that the fucking animals in that game are next level. Anyways, also, not a fan of the bugs. There's some like nasty pincher looking things. They look like they're gonna tear your face off. It's a whole problem. Also, they're in like they embed in flesh and like hollow out organs so that You're just, oh god, it's nasty. Now, maybe I'll put this in the video. I don't know. Okay, so I was watching the thing I watched. Okay, so essentially how E3 works is there's a main conference on Twitch, and then it's hosted by many different people. The people or personalities that you want to watch, you watch. Now, I want to see the game first, so I watched the game first on Twitch. Not really. I ended up watching GameStop's because they don't talk over it. They just kind of shut up, like they just play the live stream on their YouTube channel, which is great, and then they talk about it after the fact, which I appreciate, because then you get to see the game. But, so I watched that there, seen all the entire conference, and then when it was over, and it was on, like, the fluff end, like, it was just doing interviews with each person, which I'd rather just watch like, I don't want to have to sit through the fluff of, like, going through the interviews for Madden. I don't care enough, so I just said, screw that, I'll watch that on YouTube when it comes out. And then I went over to the Rooster Teeth people who were also hosting, and I love that because, if you guys don't know, I'm a massive fan of everything Rooster Teeth, RT, Let's Play, Achievement Hunter, Funhouse, Kind of Funny, all of them. But yeah, Rooster Teeth was hosting it, and I watched it, and I have a slight criticism on the idea of how it was formatted, because it was kind of formatted a bit weird in my opinion. Essentially, it was almost someone trying to do both, but kind of like coming up short for both. And what I mean by that is the format of the video was essentially, they talked and kind of riffed, but they talked over the announcer explaining what was happening, explaining the game, but then they shut up during the trailers and whatnot, which to me, I feel like if you're gonna riff and you're gonna just make jokes all the time, you should do that for the entire time, because I ended up having to like skip the trailers just so I could hear their opinions on it, because I give a shit about them. I want to hear what they have to say about the games that I personally like or hate or don't really know anything about, and I want to hear their ideas on it. So I kept doing that, and I don't know, I feel like if you're gonna go with like entertainment value, riffing and all that other stuff, you should just kind of do that throughout the entire E3 conference, just because the people who don't take E3 that seriously will still massively enjoy that experience then. But I don't know, I'm not the person that's there, but that was the only thing that I kind of felt weird about, is it felt like I was just like, I was listening to them, enjoying it, and I finally got into the tune of like just listening to them goof around, and then it got quiet, it got serious, and I had to watch a trailer, and then when it came back, they were fucking around, and I was like, what did I miss? Come on. And then there's a part that I kind of hated a little bit. It was towards the end of the conference, which Bethesda ended on Dishonored. I want to talk about that real quick, but honestly, the way they reacted to it might have also been the fact that they took some shots after the fact, and they may have been kind of coming down from that. They may have made them tired or something, but they were acting like the Dishonored trailer or whatnot was literal hell. They were acting like it was a snore fest, which I guess, but that's stealth games. Stealth games aren't like boom, boom, explosions and shit, and it was doing that. Even it being a stealth game, there was explosions, there was a dude explaining things. And one of the things I hate hearing so much, and I hate it because it always comes from people that are in like the position that I feel like you should know better in a way. Like I feel like you should know both sides of the coin. Like I don't know. There was a Meg Turney, fantastic person, was saying stuff like no one cares about this game under her breath, or it's Dishonored, nobody cares. Yeah, no, I'm not being like, yeah, a lot of people care. No, I'm not doing that. The game sold exceptionally well, and it was massively widely received as amazing. Sold a really good amount of copies, and also it has a lot of hype behind it, way more than I think Prey, or anything like that. Even the Doom expansion. Now that Doom isn't great, but it's what's more important: a brand new IP of a game you enjoyed, or add-ons to the game you've already bought and played a lot of. Like, it's kind of that experience. So yes, they're going to dedicate more time to the brand new thing that no one has seen before, and they're going to give it a massive stage to showcase that brand new thing, not the Fallout that everyone's seen. Yeah, it's VR, that's cool, but they're going to give the main stage to people that want to the thing that's new. Sorry. So I kind of found that was weird, because one, it's incorrect. The game is very popular and it sold a lot. And you know the saying, victory is held in the eyes of the winner? I think it's something like that. I may have got it wrong, but that's the same premise there. Whoever buys a majority of the game, that means it's a good game. I hate a lot of games, but they sold fantastically, so they are good games. Because maybe it didn't fit my special critique of a game, but that doesn't mean it's bad. So I'm able to objectively look at it from both sides of the coin. Whereas I feel like a lot of people just look at it from one direction, which I feel like if you are a voice, or if you are a person in the industry that has a voice, you should kind of talk about that. The fact that there is another side of that. And I don't know, maybe I'm just a fucking asshole. I don't know. But yeah, it just kind of, also there was one thing where I kind of hated it a lot. And it was people, they kept riffing on the dude who was announcing it, saying that he did a bad job, or saying that, oh my god, he was so boring, and really going an extra mile to shit on the dude a little bit, just a tiny bit, by saying, oh my god, I'm falling asleep, because this guy who is an actual game tester and knows his shit about the game is talking about the game that he loves. Like, I don't understand how that's like a really boring thing to me. And I get that it's a stealth game and you may not be like liking that, but I had to sit through fucking a bunch of games that I do give a shit about. And I don't know, I didn't feel like it was boring by any means. So I don't know. That's also my thing. But also, they were bringing up the idea that a dude who is like an actor and like a method actor and he's really like hyped and, you know, he's artsy and all that other stuff should be the people that are like announcing games. I disagree completely, because oftentimes E3's done that. E3 companies have always done that. Gotten like actors or celebrity people to introduce their games and to talk about them. Nobody fucking likes it. It's almost like nobody can win. You either have a person that's genuine and loves the game and wants to talk about the game that they work so hard to create, or you have a person that is, in my opinion, worse, who gets up on stage and is like, hey guys, you ready for some fucking shooting guns? Just like this Quake gameplay that we got in the background right there. Ha! Woo! Let's roll the trailer. The guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about at all, and you can tell he just doesn't know anything. He's just basically there to be a pretty face and to be like, hey guys, look at my energy. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and it's just like, okay, like I feel weird. I feel like I want to hear someone who genuinely loves what they're doing and wants to echo that. And I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't really find that boring. I find people that have passion for certain things. It could be anything, really. Like, I could listen to someone who is really enthusiastic about picking up garbage. Like, literally just being a garbage man, picking up garbage. He loves that he's giving back to society. I could listen to him if he was passionate about what he was doing, because I find it intriguing to find someone who is so driven by their ideal and or passion. I love. So maybe that's just me as a person. But those were the only things that I kind of felt weird about, was the idea that when the RT's layout of the Rooster Teeth, Rooster Teeth layout of the live stream kind of seemed weird. It was almost like they were trying to do both, but kind of, I don't know, I'd rather them just be doing the comedy thing, like just dubbing over it, just talking over most things, messing around, that kind of thing. And if people do want the E3 experience, they can just pause it, watch yours, or watch the actual live stream and then come back. It just kind of felt like it was just like, okay, what's happening? We're in a thing. Okay, trailer's cool. Oh, what the fuck did I miss? Like, it kind of felt like that. And then all this stuff directed at Dishonored. Not even me being like a massive fanboy. I like the game, but I'm not by no means a fanboy. But I just kind of felt like it was kind of shitty, the fact that they weren't able to objectively look at something, and that might have had to do with something that they've been in, like E3 all day, you know, answering questions, you know, doing things to keep themselves entertained. Also might have had to do with that they drank quite a bit before they jumped in. And they were just tired. I'm probably just tired from E3. That also could have been the reason why they were kind of just like, God, this guy is just dragging on. God, that demo was like an hour long. It's E3, and demos are kind of a thing that exists. You know, games. We come here to look at them. Yeah, but like Fallout 4's Vive, man. That. The game that's already come out and people already have in their hands is less important than the game that's new and a big fan base is behind that game. Okay. I don't understand, but like that's my mentality behind it. Is I don't understand that mentality, but also I completely understand the fact that people wanted to see more of those games, and I understand that, but also they don't have that much time, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, this was just an E3 talk. I don't know. The RT thing, I love those people to tears. They've always entertained me for the longest time that I can remember, but that was just the tiny bit of criticism that I had. And yeah, again, I love those guys. I think they're amazing. I just kind of felt like those two things were weird, especially this Dishonored thing. I kind of just was like, all right, like what's all this about? Like, especially that they acted like it was 4 hours long. It was like literally 15 minutes maybe. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, my name is Logan Andor Frost, and bye guys.